Hi guys, today is Tuesday and I'm leaving my house for a little bit. I can't remember if I told you guys last week, I have Tuesday and Wednesday off that I took off for vacation. And right now, I actually was going to stay home all day today and just like watch scary movies or something, and I'm actually planning on staying home for most of the day. But right now I'm driving down to Dollar Tree, basically mostly just to kind of talk to you guys, honestly. So yeah, last week, if you watched last week's vlog, you know that I went to the St. Louis area to visit my family, which was amazing, and more on that in a minute. And then you might have noticed that I wrapped the vlog up pretty quickly and I didn't really talk a whole lot about the visit, and that was because I had planned on talking about it more when I got home, but things kind of blew up in the house a little bit when we got home, because my oldest, you know, I don't talk about my kids a whole lot, because they're both adults and, you know, it's like their lives and stuff, but, you know, your kids' lives impact your lives, and my oldest is impacting my stress level in a big way, and my husband's stress level in a big way. And I've talked before about how my oldest is 23, will be 24 in November. They don't have a job. They sit in their room, you know, they like might sleep all day, up all night playing video games. It's just, but, you know, and part of why I don't talk about it sometimes is not to be mean, but I really don't want the unsolicited advice. And I'm not trying to be a bitch about it or anything, but there are things that I just can't talk about in detail. Just know there's some depression issues, some anxiety issues, things like that. So with my oldest. So it's not as easy as just kicking them out or, you know, that kind of stuff. So I just don't even want to go down that path with advice from people and stuff. I know people mean well, but it's just, some of that stuff is just way easier said than done, because bottom line, I love my child and I don't want to do anything to harm them. However, and this is not like a but and it erases everything else, but however, while I love my child, I am getting incredibly tired with my child. I'm just getting sick of them. So anyway, you know, the whole no job thing, and so we're having to pay for everything, and, you know, because there's medicine involved and stuff, and I'm just sick of it. And yes, I am ready for my oldest child to move out of my house. I am so ready for that, but I don't know when that's ever going to happen. But we went out of town. They were supposed to be watching the dog and the house, and, you know, and we actually had baseball tickets for that Sunday, so my husband was like, why don't you go with some friends, and they did do that and had a nice time and everything. But when we got home, the dog had zero water. I mean, the water bowl was dry. And I don't know how long it had been since Nathan had had water, but when we filled the water up, it's not like he acted like he was dehydrated and desperately in need of water. So I think he ran out of water probably that day we came home, because he didn't like spend a lot of time acting like he was without water. You know what I mean? So there was that. We could also tell that he hadn't been let outside because the bathroom floor was like covered in dog piss. And also, So, and then also, I'm getting to Dollar Tree now, and I'm gonna look like a crazy lady sitting in my car talking, but it is what it is. But also, it was kind of weird because I noticed the laundry basket. I normally keep the laundry basket on top of the washer, unless, somebody's doing laundry. I do the laundry for my husband and I, and the oldest does their own laundry. Taught them how to do that. They don't do it very often, but I'm not doing their laundry anymore. But anyway, and I thought that was kind of odd. So I went to put the laundry basket up, thinking that maybe they had done their laundry, and I just looked in the washer, just to make sure there wasn't stuff in there. Well, there's 2 wet towels in there, and the washer was like stuck on the rinse cycle, so it's like it had gone out of balance. And then in the dryer, there was a sopping wet bath towel and like a hand towel, like they'd been put in, and they were sticky. And it was because they had been taken out of the washer that had never made it through the rinse cycle, and they were putting them in the dryer, but didn't turn the dryer on. So I was like, what are these towels for? And I could tell they were lying, came up with some stupid story that didn't even make any sense. And then I just went ahead and, put everything back in the washer and re-washed it, because who knows how long it had sat there with soap on it, because it had been stuck on the rinse cycle because it went out of balance. But when we left, we'd left money for them so they could, get them a hot dog or something at the game, or, just, they were watching the dog. But anyway, what I think probably happened, and what my husband thinks probably happened, is they probably got drunk. They're of legal drinking age, but this has happened before where they've gotten drunk at home. My oldest does not drink and drive, but I have a feeling they probably got themselves drunk. Who knows who might have been over to our house and probably puked all over the place and tried to clean it up. I mean, it's just what we would expect, kind of a thing. Now, my oldest is not a drunk, anything like that. I don't want to make it look that way. Can't afford to be, because I don't have any freaking money. But, we left money. And it's just, I don't know. And then the other thing was, since Nathan has Cushing's disease now, he cannot hold his pee all day, like when we're at work or whatever. Well, since the oldest sleeps all frickin' day, Nathan will have accidents in the bathroom. So we've gone to puppy pads, which are working fabulous. Nathan will use a puppy pad. We just lay it in the floor of the bathroom. He does really great using the puppy pad, if he can't hold it. He's getting older now, and with the Cushing's disease, I'm okay with that. I love my dog. I don't mind it if he's using a puppy pad. Well, we had bought a case of them, like 100 and something in a case. It's right there in the garage. It's this big green and white striped box. And the oldest was like, we were out of puppy pads. So, because we got home and there was like a little package that had been purchased with probably some of the money. Well, it had to have been the money we left, because they don't have a job or anything in their account. But so it's like they couldn't even manage to see this giant box in the garage. Had to go buy puppy pads. It's just, and then there was a few other things, but it's just, I don't know. It was just a stressful time arriving home. And so I just wrapped the vlog up quickly because of that. And now I'm going to go ahead and go into Dollar Tree. And then when I get back out, which to you will be a split second, but when I get back out, I will tell you more about my visit with my family, which was awesome. And so, yeah, things are just stressful at home right now. And it's stressful at work too. And so now I'm taking a couple of vacation days, and I feel like, and it's like I can get away from the stresses of work, but I can't get away from the stresses at home. And it's just, I don't know what to do. And I don't know what to do. It is literally the only thing that Brian and I ever, and we don't argue about it because we agree with each other, but we get snippy with each other and stuff when we're stressed about the whole issue with the oldest, you know? And so it's the only point, you know, I have such a wonderful relationship with my husband. I am so lucky. And then my oldest is causing this stress between Brian and I, and that's pissing me off too. But anyway, I'm gonna go into Dollar Tree now. Well, I'm done at the Dollar Tree. I think I got enough stuff to do a haul video with, so I'm gonna do that. I also think, since I'm gonna be Miss Talkie Pants, I might upload this as just like a supplemental video to last week's vlog. Okay, so the visit with my family was so much fun. We had a great time, and just right off the bat, my dad is doing a lot better. And you know what's so funny is they had to shave my dad's head, completely shave it, and so just a little hair's growing back now. Now my dad is like bald, but he has, like, you know, that ring that goes around the head, that kind of bald. But he looks younger when they shaved it all off, so all of us were telling him he looks younger. But he's got all his staples in. It looks like it's healing up pretty good. The bottom part still looked a little scary to me, but it was just so good to get to see my dad, to get to hug my dad, to get to hear him talking and sharing stories, and, you know, it was just so great to see him. And my dad is a Vietnam veteran, and so I don't know, I've always been proud of my dad, but I don't know what I'm trying to convey here. I just love my dad. I also have, my brothers are so lucky. I have the best sister-in-laws, so, and brother-in-law actually, because I have 4 brothers. One is no longer with us, and then the other 3 were all there, so I got to see 2 of my brothers and their wives, and then my brother and his partner, and just everybody was so fun. And the party, the barbecue, wasn't really a party, I guess. The barbecue over at one of my brother's house was really fun, and I did not get in the pool because it was ice cold, but the kids were enjoying themselves. Brian, he enjoyed himself. I have the funniest video, but he will not let me post it, so I didn't. I still have it though, so if he ever decides to let me post it, I will. But he was like, I don't want everybody to think I can't swim or whatever. And I was like, oh, I'll preface it, you know, because Brian is an amazing swimmer. He can swim really super good. I mean, he went through lots of lessons. He's actually, I think, was even certified as a lifeguard. So he's a really super good swimmer. But he was getting ready to dive off the diving board, and he changed his mind because he noticed, he kind of like, he doesn't, I don't know what to call it, but he kind of dives more, he's like a smooth in the water kind of diver, and he felt like it was going to be at too much of a shallow point, and then there was kids around, and so when he went to dive and changed his mind, it just made it look so funny. And my mom was the one who was videoing it, so, and she didn't have the diving board, so what it looks like is like there's just kids playing in the water, and then all of a sudden this guy just comes off the edge like bloop, you know, just this weird. It was so funny. Everybody was dying laughing. It was just great. And my husband's like, well, you could send it to Funny Home Videos, because then it's anonymous, you know, unless you like are one of the like finalists to win money or whatever. So it was just so funny because that happened, and I was like, oh man, I wish I'd have had that on video. And my mom was like, I do. And so my mom had it on video. But poor Brian, you know. So I did not post it out of respect for him, but man, I wanted to, because you guys would have loved it, I'm sure. Maybe I'll be able to convince him sometime, you know, because I know you guys would believe me that I'm telling the truth, that he is an excellent swimmer. I, however, am not, but my husband is. But it was just great to see the kids, and it was really kind of cool because we had just gone down there around Easter, so only like a month had passed, and so that was just really great. We just had a really nice time, and so I don't get the camera out or the phone out a whole bunch because I'm just enjoying the moment, you know. I'm enjoying being with everybody, and I'm just really appreciative that my family's so fun and everything. We like to play games, and it's just a really nice time. But, and then, so yeah, it's just kind of stressful at home right now. Just with that whole situation. But I'm still gonna make it a good day. And Brian's gonna mow today, and later we're supposed to get severe thunderstorms, possible tornadoes. So I don't know, they're like kind of, I don't know, like where you guys live, if you're weather people, sometimes it feels like they kind of blow things out of proportion, and then like in the winter, oh, the snow, and then you don't get hardly anything. Well, they do the same thing with the rain and the tornadoes and everything. And I mean, it's the National Weather Service this time that has issued like an enhanced risk and all of that. So I would rather it not be anything, but then it kind of makes you not take things as seriously, you know what I mean? But I don't know, so maybe we're going to end up with severe thunderstorms. I hope not. Missouri does not need any more rain. If you watched last week's vlog, you could see where I got a little bit of video of some of the flooding. But like as we were going along, you know, you never know what you're gonna see. And I don't have my phone the entire time pointing out the window, but there were several spots where the roads were closed, where you could like look off into side streets and see them totally covered in water and everything. So Missouri does not need any more rain right now. But yeah, since I did a lot of talking, I will go ahead and upload this as its own separate supplement to A Week in My Life for last week. And again, I just want to say, I don't want you guys to think I'm trying to be rude or anything about saying, you know, I don't want the unsolicited advice kind of thing, because I promise I am not trying to be rude. I'm really not. Probably all of you know what I mean. You know what I mean? I'm sure you do, but I just want to make sure that you know that I appreciate anybody that watches my vlogs and the sweet comments that I get from people. I appreciate that so much. I wouldn't do these things if I didn't. Just to know that you guys are out there. If you do pray, I would appreciate a prayer or a good thought. My life is certainly wonderful. I have a wonderful life. You know, it's just this little blip on the side that hopefully something will improve there and everything will get good, and my oldest child will find their way in life. I truly want that so bad, and we'll get through this. And I know that there's a lot of people that have it way worse. And the last thing is, we're taking Nathan to the vet today. He goes at 1:30 because he's kind of going backwards a little bit. Like I said, he was diagnosed with Cushing's disease 3 months ago. He's been on medicine, and at first the medicine seemed like it was working really good, but he's gotten to where now he's drinking a ton of water again. He's not playing. He's lost 4 pounds in like a month, and that's a lot for a dog. And especially for a small dog. He's just a Shih Tzu. So hopefully we'll find out something at the vet today. That medication does make them, my husband's getting home now, that medication does make them lose their appetite, so it might be part of that. I don't know. We're gonna see what's going on, but of course I will update you guys when I find stuff out. But thanks for listening.